Hey, what's going on out there? It's boy Antoine Smith and boy A1 Forever. We're gonna bring y'all a quick Q&A show, man. I dropped a comment in my community section on YouTube, asking y'all for some questions that y'all would like me to answer. And I got some good questions, very good questions. But we're gonna try to slide on through these questions right quick and let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday night, man. And before we get started, man, please go ahead and press that subscribe button right now. Press it for A1 Forever. Press it for Smitty Sports Machine. Press it for 95 North Falcons Talk Show.
Yes, sir.
Because we are a family and we're going to continue to support each other and also continue to support these other content creators who put in the hard work to give y'all great content. But
Absolutely.
before we get started, man, tell the people what's up right quick.
Hey, man, what's going on, everybody? Pop-up style, like Smitty said, gonna answer a few questions. Some good questions there. I already don't seen them backstage, and I'm like, got some good questions going on here, man. So it's gonna be a fun show, like it always is. Take off your shoes, leave on your socks, and we're gonna get right into it.
Yep, you know it. And y'all see the backdrop, man. That is one of the questions. But before we get started, man, Craig, what's up, my guy?
Hit that
Travis,
like
what's good?
button,
Deshaun, what's good?
Travis.
Our big bro John Higgins, first one in here, man. Shout out to big bro John Higgins. Robert Blackman, what's good, my dude? Like my boy Chris said, man, y'all hit that like button. Assault the like button if y'all can.
Smash.
Till you smash with like that.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get these questions going, man.
Let's
And
do
those
it.
some great questions, like I said, man. So y'all feel free to chime in if y'all want to chime in on the question that I throw up on the screen. And again, thank y'all for the questions, man. Like I said, I want to get y'all point of view sometime and get some questions and what y'all want to know. In case y'all missed the live or y'all look at my videos and I don't see your questions in there. Because sometimes YouTube will snatch them up. But we're going to start on my boy Willie Doc. Willie Doc, man, appreciate you, my brother. Always supporting the channel. Thank you for donating. I truly appreciate it. And he gave me a super thanks the other day under one of my videos. Definitely
Hey,
appreciate it.
there it is. There it is.
But he said, who might be a surprise cut at the end of training camp? And I'm gonna let Chris take this one because Chris was talking about this the other day, and that's ironic as hell that he was talking about it, and it just came up. But who might be a surprise cut at the end of training camp for you?
Boy, it's tough. I ain't gonna lie, it's tough because it's so early. So early. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I mean, because the whole thing is surprise. So I'm gonna say Troy Anderson.
Hmm. Yeah, give me a reason.
The reason would be one of these undrafted free agents comes in, they pop a little bit, then we would have Captain America seeming like he's taking the next step in training camp. Also, so you still have Diablo coming in. You would also have our new draft pick, Jalen Walker. I can possibly see, it being a surprise if that health ain't up to par. That's what it's going to come down to. Is he healthy? Is he coming along? Is he making strides? If he's making strides, then okay. But if he's not making any strides and we have other players who's coming in trying to get that spot, block is hot.
Yeah, that's true. That's good, and that's a good assessment because I've been thinking about trying this as well. I actually said it or during the draft or during another show that I was doing that he was probably going to be in trouble because we all know best ability is availability. In the
Yeah.
last 2 years, he just has not been that. And let's be real about it, man. He was a project anyway. And I don't mean to sound harsh, but let's keep it real. He was a project guy even in the second round. He had only been playing linebacker a year or two. He was
Right.
converted quarterback / running back, and so he's a total athlete. But he just
Right.
had transition. And honestly, I think in some aspects, I think they used him wrong because I
Mhm.
think he was one of those guys that you could possibly use as a blitzer, like we're talking about Jalen Walker, who we just drafted.
Mhm.
Yes, he can play middle linebacker. He played coverage decent, But for a guy that runs a 4.344, 6'4", fast as hell, knows his way around the football field, you gotta use him more as a blitzer, man. And I feel like they should use him more as a edge rush. Now, boy, Berto actually said that, man, countless number of times,
Yeah, he
and
did.
absolutely he was right.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you see it, man. You see the ability there. You know how we talk about Caden Ellis. The thing about it is, Troy Anderson has more speed than him. But again, we need him to stay on the. That's my only gripe really with Troy Anderson, the fact that he cannot stay healthy. And of course, he
Right,
knows it. Everyone knows it, and I know I did hear that they are bringing him along and everything like that. They're not trying to rush him, and I'm like, okay, cool. But it's like when training camp start and it's time to, what I'm saying, when the pads get on and everything like that. I mean, it would be nice to see Troy Anderson out there making progressions.
right,
Second round pick, and then we already get flack behind it anyway about you take Troy Anderson, you could have took Nick Benito, somebody who always played that position. But again, the Falcons, they like taking athletes and they like trying to turn those athletes into, some showstoppers, guys who can make a difference on the field. Okay. This right here is a situation we got to have this guy on the field. That's just all it is. We got to have Troy on the field. So that's my surprise candidate, Troy Anderson.
right,
What
right.
will be yours?
I don't think it's a surprise, but like I said, I know they need veterans in the locker room. But as far as cap numbers, I would say David Onyemata. Even though I think he stays, he would be a surprise cut if they were to cut him because, like I just said, you need veterans on that defensive line. You have a lot of these young guys. You still have Taquan, who's a veteran in the league. But for most part, the line is young guys. And
Right.
they're just trying to transition after losing Grady Jarrett, which is going to be a big hole to fill. And
Gotta have some
one guy
pitch.
that they picked up as an undrafted free agent, Simeon Barrow, I could see him sneaking into the
I like
lineup
him.
because he has that same type skill set as Grady Jarrett. Strong run stopper, can get after the quarterback and plug gaps. He contain run lanes. He just does it all, and he was undrafted. And it surprised the hell out of me because I had him probably as a fifth round pick at least. So that's one guy. But yeah, David Onyemata, man, you look at the cap number. I think his cap number is about, I want to say about 8 million this year.
Yeah, think so.
Yeah,
I like.
so it would be a surprise to some point, but at some point it probably wouldn't be a surprise because of the money, and we still need cap space. Don't
We
forget,
do. We
still
do.
got to save up money because injuries always happen. We say that all the time.
Right.
But with the doc, man, just like I just said, man,
What
thank you
up,
for the
Willie?
donation. Truly appreciate you, my brother, for always supporting Sports Machine. Um, truly appreciate you. Share the lights and greetings from the safest city of Atlanta. You got jokes.
Hey, it's just Anderson can't stay healthy. The best ability
Absolutely
is
correct.
availability. That's what it is, man.
GA Texas boy was good.
What's going
Said new
on,
era is
family?
here. The Atlanta Falcons rise in 2025 and beyond. I'm counting on it, man. I'm counting on it.
Let's do it.
Before Troy Anderson got injured, he was playing really well. Absolutely was. He was getting
Yep.
interceptions and everything.
And,
Issues he can't
and
stay
that's what
healthy.
I'm saying. You didn't hear me say anything about his play. You hear me say his availability, his in like he has to stay on the field. He has to.
Yeah. Tony said we should trade Ebiketie for a fifth round pick for next year
Ooh.
since we deep at the position. That's bold. Tremere, what's up, my guy? David's the only vet we got at the defense tackle. That's true.
That's what
But
I'm
I'm saying
saying.
I said it would just
That
be a surprise. That's
would be
all
a
I was saying.
surprise. I
It would
mean,
be a
we said
surprise.
surprises. So
But one person that's not going to be a surprise is Tony Wright just put up on the screen, D'Angelo Malone. I think
oh
with deep as
yeah.
they are at the edge rusher position, I think he going to be the odd man out because I just said if they want to get some impact out of Troy, your best bet is to move him to the outside linebacker position, let him get to the quarterback, situational pass rusher. I think that helps Troy Anderson all day.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I
Red
hate it for
Swarm.
what's good, Red Swarm. I ain't gonna lie, I do hate it for D'Angelo Malone. I think it's ran its course in Atlanta. I really do. It's just so many different guys we just don't brought in, so many pieces. And the thing about it is, it's not just about the actual draft. It's the undrafted free agents that we have, the Barrows, the Vernons, You know what I'm saying? All those guys like that, you know them, got the linebacker, North Dakota State.
Uh,
Nick Kubitz.
Norwich, Kubitz, yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
got
So
a
I'm just
crazy
saying, man,
name.
you have got, and then we still invited another few other guys that's on the
I
defensive end.
nickname I nickname him Thor.
Yeah, man. So that's what I'm saying, bro. It's
Oh
like
man,
it's going to be competition. That's the point. That's the point that's being made here. It's going to be competition. No one is really just going to be able to just be like, oh, he's going to make the team just because
that's a
anymore.
great that's a great question, Cam. It's really the best man win the job. I don't care if you're a veteran, second year, rookie. If you play out of your mind, you're gonna hit the field. You're gonna get the reps, and that's
Hey,
that's really every year if you think about it. But let's get to this next question. Um,
what you got here?
my boy Larry checking in. Larry says, do you think they let Ulbrich and his staff do their thing, or Raheem trying to display what he want? That is a great question. Um, oof, man, Larry, you got me with that one.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
nice one right there.
I'm gonna be honest, Larry. I think he's gonna let Jeff Ulbrich do his thing because you got to remember these two coached together up under Dan Quinn, so they're a little bit more familiar than Jimmy Lake and Raheem Morris. Raheem Morris took the training wheels off too early. Let Jimmy Lake do his thing, and we paid for it early on, but when they took over midway through the season, before those last two games, you see the
Mhm.
Falcons defense started turning around, started to get sacks,
Good
pressures,
times.
turnovers. So with Jeff Ulbrich, I think since they have a little bit of chemistry from being on the same coaching staff under Dan Quinn and know the same philosophies and try to follow the same scheme and playbook, I think it'll be a little bit more simpler. So I would think he would let Jeff Ulbrich do his thing. But as I told y'all, the linebackers will play better under Ulbrich
On the
than they
over.
did under Jimmy Lake. So
Oh, for
that would
sure.
be the biggest improvement of all.
Yeah, I
Go ahead.
will say this. I will sum it up to one word: collaborative.
Right.
That's what I feel like it's going to be. It's going to be Ulbrich show to run with, what I'm saying, being still overseen by, of course, the head coach, Raheem Morris. I don't think Raheem has more trust, I think, in Ulbrich just because, they have past experience. But I think Raheem still may go into this like, let me just, keep close eye on things just because of how things did go with Jimmy. So,
Right.
but ultimately, I think it's Ulbrich's show to run. It's just going to be collaborative.
Facts. Facts. But Justin Farmer, man, thank you for the donation. Truly appreciate it. He said Terry killed the draft on defense. Absolutely correct. But how do we feel about the defense? Did we get all of our needs, or are there other needs on this team that we need to address? That is an excellent question. Um,
Man, that's a great
I
question.
still,
It really is for
I
real. For
still feel like they can go out and get another cornerback. I
real.
still feel like I can go get another veteran corner. Because after Mike Hughes, you have Clark Phillips and D. Offord. D. Offord has been around a year longer than Clark Phillips, but I still feel like they could use a guy with 5+ years experience in that secondary. Like I said, I would still love to see a Jalen Ramsey or a Jair Alexander trade, but I know it's not likely right now, especially with them drafting defensive backs in the draft. Because as they told y'all, Billy Bowman is probably going to play the slot, which means D. Offer or Clark Phillips could slide to the outside behind
Right.
Mike Hughes. So yeah, that would be my need. But what do you feel like? Do you feel like they still have a need?
For me, it'll probably be on the line, maybe defensive tackle. Uh, I can see the defensive tackle if there's anybody out there who can kind of help push the line. Just something to add to it. Just to add to it. Add to the competition because
Right.
we do have guys that's gained weight. Brandon Dorless has gained weight. Laquel London, TQ Grant, everybody is gaining weight. Rook, everybody has gained weight from last year. So it's definitely going to be competition at a defensive tackle, and just in that middle, we're going to have some guys. But why not just add to it some more? I mean, we got some guys coming in. Hey, bring another. Let's just see, what we got. Because corner is a good one too. I was going to go corner before you said that because I still wouldn't mind, just seeing what's the medical going on with Asante Samuel Jr. I still wouldn't mind
Right.
bringing him in. I mean, just for competition sakes, and he is a veteran, and you have another veteran on the team. Somebody maybe can have competition for that slot, or maybe even the number 2 role. It's always good to add if you can, but it's not necessarily just like killing us, because we do want to see what we have in some of those draft picks, some of these young guys as well. And of course, the more veterans you're bringing in, of course, you're hindering the development of your young guys. So you got to be
Facts.
careful with that as well, too.
Facts. Adonis Adams. I don't know that information yet. Hopefully, it'll be out tomorrow or sometime this week, but it will be out soon because a lot of rookies around the league have gotten their number already. So
Mhm.
it's just something to keep an eye on.
Uh,
Tremel said defensive tackle. Nose tackle Tony Wright. So yeah,
right.
interior defensive line. I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Tracy
Interior.
statement. What's good, my dude? I'm feeling good, my brother. Feeling good.
Great,
Feeling
man.
good.
Doing great.
My boy
Bless.
Tony Wright brought the donuts in the coffee, man. That's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking about.
What's good, family?
But let's get into this next question, man. Questions keep on rolling. Again, thank y'all for going to the community tab on my YouTube channel and dropping those questions. Y'all threw out some great questions, and we gonna get them rolling for y'all. My boy Kurt Faced. He wants to know. He said, "Appreciate you, man. I do it for y'all, man. I do it for y'all."
We
He said,
all
"How
do.
many rookie undrafted free agent will start or win, and who?"
Ooh,
So,
woo.
ooh, boy, you hit a nigga with a stone cold stunner, then, man.
I'm
Look,
trying to tell you.
man.
Okay. How many undrafted free agents will start? Man, that see now this is a tough question, but just because they already undrafted, so they already got a lot of hurdles they gotta leap over, and that's a
Right.
lot of guys you would have to leap over, man.
Honestly, I started off.
Okay,
Um,
go ahead, because I'm thinking right now. I'm
I
thinking.
honestly think Xavier Watts gonna take that other safety spot. Even though Jordan Fuller, the rookie, may
But
start the
we talk
season.
about undrafted free agents, though.
Oh, undrafted. Oh well, shit, that's easy. That's Kobe Bryant, who I think.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I talked about I talked about us needing corner help veterans, but
Mm,
the way he plays the game, he's far ahead of the curve. All he has to do is learn the scheme, learn the playbook, and get around these coaches and these veterans, learn his transition to the next level. I think
hmm
once he do that psychologically, he'll be there. So I would
Man,
have to say
you already
Kobe
know.
Bryant.
You already know
Yeah,
that's one of mine for sure. Definitely gonna
yeah.
go Kobe Bryant. I think he can make the team. Now, people are on him because they feel like he may have gone undrafted, but due to his speed, because he ran a 4.53. But the thing about Kobe Bryant is he has football speed. He has on-field speed,
Yeah,
and
sneaky speed. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And the thing about it is, I believe he's going to transition well. I'm really high on the kid, and I think he can really be a difference maker for the Falcons if he can make the team. But if I had to think of anyone else just off the top of my head, it definitely 1,000% would be Nick Nash.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's exactly where I was going next. Yeah, and we talk defense with Kobe Bryant, we talk offense, Nick Nash. And the reason why I say Nick Nash, and there's no knock to nobody on this offense, on these wide receivers. But as you
Hmm
look at Drake London, you look at Darnell Mooney, those are 1 and 2. But after
Right.
that, it's pretty much wide open. I'm gonna just keep it funky with you. Ray McLeod, we didn't expect him to put up those numbers he put up. That was a bonus last year, because he's a special teams guy. But he still came in, played receiver, did what he did to do, made key catches during the season. But now you
Yeah.
go out and get that. You go out and add a undrafted free agent with size, speed, vertical route, run every route in the route tree. That could be dangerous for you in the slot. He can line up outside or the slot. Yeah, Darnell Mooney could probably line up more in the slot and destroy the middle of the field with Kyle Pitts. Then let him slide to the outside because he's what 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", about 200 pounds. So
Mm.
yeah, all he has to do is, like I said, all he has to do is learn the playbook, get into the film room with these coaches, transition to the next level. And wide receiver is really not a hard position to transition because
Hey,
all you're doing is running your routes.
wait a minute,
But
chat. I'm checking out the chat, man. I'm liking what y'all saying. Hey, man, I like Joshua Gray though. That is a
oh yeah,
nice
yeah,
name.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
fooling with it. I'm fooling with it. And so I'm just saying we got Ryan Newzeel there. So a good one by Jay, Georgia, Texas boy. So y'all boys y'all on the same page. And I do like that as well as a surprise, as a sneaker. as a sleeper, sneaky sleeper. You know, I said so. I like that as well. Hey, because all we got really is like New Zealand, and I mean, what Jonathan Gwynn, I think he's going to get an opportunity, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, he might.
you know, he might, you know, but again, that could be another one. That could be another one. That would be a very surprise. So I mean, so we're going to say 2 to 3. We can say possibly 2 to 3, just because these guys are coming in for competition.
Right. Dre, he said, how y'all feel about Morgan Fox? I think that was a very underrated pickup that we don't talk much about. Absolutely true.
Absolutely.
He's one of those guys that can slide inside or out. He can play 4-3 in, or he can play 4-3 tackle
Right.
with his size, or he can, play zero technique standing up. So
And
he
again,
can pretty much do it all.
and the
Swiss
crazy,
Army knife.
it's just something about, these players when they're being around Raheem Morris as well. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, Aaron Donald was around. I get it. But, still, Morgan Fox had some of his best production out of Raheem Morris. So
Right.
that's another thing, too. That's what you're banking on. You're banking on that familiarity and that be able to come in and be able to mesh with the rest of the defensive line. And I think Morgan Fox, just like Dre just said, is an underrated signing. And I think he's going to be able to get some significant snaps and be, so that one of those players for us on that defensive line.
Yeah, he played 5 years up under Mars with Los Angeles, and he's a sleeper because he has 27.5 sacks, and they don't talk much about that. So he has produced. So don't let that slip by. But trust me. Justin has another question.
Man, shout out to Justin tonight. He
feels
owned it.
like we need one more wide receiver, a speedster. I like Ray, but I don't think he's your long-term option. No, he's not, because he's been around a while, so he's getting older. And like I said, he's more of a special team return type guy. But I think when you look at the wide receiver position, I think we're pretty much set, because you still have Casey Washington last year. And as you saw in preseason last year, Michael Penix was comfortable with him. So what if he gets more playing time with Penix at the quarterback position? I think he can produce. You talk about Nick Nash, he can produce. So they have Chris Blair. They have so many options at the wide receiver position.
We got the basketball teams.
Go ahead. I'm gonna pull it up. Go ahead and talk.
Yeah, I'm just saying we got a basketball team. Just listen to the names you're saying. Chris Blair, we got Drake London, Nick Nash now. Kyle Pitts is still on the team. Like all these guys, like they're big body receivers, big targets, making it really easier for Michael Penix to find them. They're easy targets. So right. Put it in the right pocket, which we know he can do that. And next thing you got guys, getting possessions, guys getting run after the catch. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. And here the wide receiver, we're gonna pull it up for y'all right quick. And let's see, can we put it up? Here we go. Right there. So we look at the wide receiver position. The three that I named, Monique, McLeod, and Drake London are your starters. You got Kadera Hodge, who's mainly a special team, but when you need that key catch in the clutch, he's there. Casey Washington, who I mentioned, Chris Blair. Philip Dorsett is a veteran, but who knows if he makes the final roster. Dylan Drummond, special team guy. David Seals has been around for they just signed him this offseason. Jesse Matthews is still here. Quincy Skinner, who's an undrafted free agent, and Makai Polk. So they will find some talent in this wide receiver room. We talk about Nick Nash and Jamal Agnew, we know is a special teams guy who's taking over for Avery Williams. So that's the wide receiver room. So look, the wide receiver room is pretty deep, and it's going to be a battle. But again, I think Nick Nash could win that position, or one of those other guys. So it's a good problem to have. We just got to see who's going to come out on top.
Skinner's a sleeper too, man. If he works hard enough, he may make it. We'll see. That's what I'm saying. Like it's an exciting time to be a Falcon fan, because we have so much competition. And we can speculate all we want, but we really don't know exactly where it's going to go. And that's why I'm really hoping that we have the training camp, so us fans can get out there, and check it out for ourselves with our own 2 or 4 eyes, and it's just, hey,
I got 4.
I got 4. Yeah, man. I can't wait to get out
But
there, man. I really hope that we have it this year.
I'm gonna tell y'all something too, and don't take this wrong. It's just a thought. Y'all got to remember, Drake London just went into his 5th year extension next year,
Yes, he
so
did.
he has produced this year. This year is
Yeah.
going to be key to him being here long term. If he doesn't produce those the numbers that he produced, 100 catches last year, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns, he's
Yeah.
got to do better than that this year. He's got to go at least 1,400 to 1,500 yards, maybe 12 to 13 touchdowns, and maybe 110 catches. So if he can get more than what he got last year, he's going to be here long term. If his number drops significantly, we're going to start talking about drafting a receiver, maybe somewhere in the draft next year,
I
or bring in a free agent,
It'd be
which I
really
really don't
hard
want
for
to
me to
do.
see his numbers going dropping. It's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
don't see
hard
it,
to
but I'm
see his
just saying it's just
drop.
a thought. I'm just saying just a thought.
Yeah. No, I get it because I mean, at the end of the day, it's a lot of decisions that have to be made. Drake, Kyle, Bijan and Tyler gonna be coming up in a minute. What you gonna do with those guys? Still gonna be questions about the offensive line. You still then you got to make sure enough football can go around. So
Right. Absolutely.
still got Darnell Mooney. He needs catches. He almost had 1,000 yards. Hate that he couldn't play that last game to get that 1,000. He couldn't even. All he needed was a first down. What's do, family?
Diggs, what's up, man?
Man, all he needed was a
Yeah.
first down, and he would have had 1,000 yards.
Crazy take. Let me see. Where was it? Skip. Skip, what's up, my dude? I'm gonna be honest with you, Skip. I think since Michael Penix stood up for Kyle Pitts, he gonna be here. He
That,
gonna be here.
that's why
Uh,
he's still here.
and I'm gonna tell y'all, Kyle Pitts ain't never had nobody that could throw the ball like Michael Penix. Not Matt Ryan, not Kirk Cousins, not Desmond Ritter. Hell no. Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke. So I mean, look, you get a consistent. He said in the Cam Newton interview, this is going to be his first off season going into the next season with the same quarterback. Just think about that. That means a lot because some players they can adjust and some can't. I mean, in the NFL, all players should be able to adjust. But when a player is more comfortable one quarterback than another, that means a lot to those players. So it happens. But let me
Yeah,
see
man.
what question are we on.
Yeah. Let's see what we got.
Shout out to my Timothy Jones. He talking about Jalen Walker here. He said
Oh
y'all
yeah.
gonna love that bulldog. Absolutely, absolutely. With this great defensive draft, is Terry still on the hot seat?
Oh man,
$1 million question.
y'all folks coming with it tonight. Well, I'll start this one off. I'll start it off. Well, guys, Terry, we already know he cooked in this draft. I ain't gonna lie, it did help his chances, but absolutely Terry is still in the hot seat. Nothing has happened. I mean, he did a great draft, yes, but we still got to put it on the field. We still have to win games, get to the playoffs, et cetera, have success. We gotta be one of those top teams in the playoffs anyway for multiple reasons because we don't want the Rams to have a top 15 pick next year as well. So,
Right.
of course, Terry is still in the hot seat. It's just the draft. He nailed it. He killed it. You better give him his credit for this the entire draft process from first round all the way to the undrafted free agents. So he went out and he got the groceries. It's all about, I'm saying, about the coaching staff being able to put it all together. These guys being able to pick up these schemes, pick up these concepts, put it together,
Right.
I'm saying, on the field and to be able to take off. Like we still have to have results. So yes, for me, yes, he's still in the hot seat. What you got, Smith?
I'm gonna say no. I think
Okay.
he's a little bit off the hot seat right now. I think
Okay.
his seat chilled
Okay.
just a little bit. And the reason why I say this, if as a GM, if you give a head coach all they need to succeed, he actually gave them a great team to succeed last year. Started
Yeah.
off 6-3. Kirk Cousins fucked it up, and guess what? We went downhill from there. So if you add a quarterback that can make better throws to me, not better throws, but move the ball downfield, because we know Kirk Cousins was limited the first 4 or 5 games because he was a kid, so he couldn't really throw deep. But when you have a guy like Michael Penix who can make all the throws on the field, and you have these type weapons at your disposal with 2 running backs that have one over 1,000 yards and that can carry a team, that makes Michael Penix jobs a lot easier.
It does.
So I feel like it cooled his seat off just a little bit because he's put the winning pieces on this team now in the last 2-3 drafts for this team to succeed and for this team to win. He's
Right.
kept
He's
AJ.
definitely
He
done his
added
job.
he added Jesse Bates.
Yeah.
He drafted Matthew Bergeron.
Right.
So I mean, B. John Robinson, Tyler Algie. Well, Tyler was here when Arthur Smith was here.
Mm.
But they said Terry was part of that, but I don't believe it. But yeah, he's put together a great team since he's been here, and now all the pieces are here. All you have to do is execute as a head coach. And if they add Jalen Ramsey and a Jair Alexander, to me, I don't see nothing less than a deep playoff run. Because I mean, you have everything. What else do you need? The coaches let them down last year. They got rid of the weakest
That,
link in Jimmy
that's
Lake.
what it's going to be on, though. It's going to be on the coaches. That's like, if we don't perform after everything that Terry has done, then
Right.
I can still see, him possibly being let go. You know how it happens. I don't want it to happen. I'm not, suggesting it. You just know how things go. When it
Facts.
doesn't happen on the field or on the court. I mean, look at Landry Fields. I'm just saying, like, things happen. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. A needs that people still feel the way about the trade with the Rams. We find a double dip for defense, and people find a way to complain. Well, you absolutely right. It wasn't protected to be top 10, projected to be top 10. I'm sorry. Well, he absolutely right.
Bro,
We should have no reason to complain. Listen, let me tell y'all this, and I said this on one of my videos. All players from pick 1 all the way to pick 250, whatever, 50-50. Boom or bust. That's any player in the draft. So why not move up and get the think about this. Jalen Walker, James Pierce were neck and neck on their draft board.
Right.
They took Jalen Walker. They did not expect James Pierce to be there.
Not at
When
all.
they saw that he fell near Baltimore, Philadelphia, and those teams, they traded over all those teams to go get him because he was still high on their board. And people talk about character issues, but that's what we have veterans in the locker room for. Y'all got to remember that. And don't let the media pump y'all up because a kid made a mistake in college or high school or whenever that was. I mean, come on.
But Smitty, my thing is this. I understood it like then. Like, I'm not okay. For me, I know I wasn't necessarily high on JPJ. Yes, there was other players that I was looking at to possibly get right there. But I'm happy about the pick at the end of the day after you think about the direction and you know that he was their guy on the board, but Jalen just fell right into their laps. What were they supposed to do? Not take Jalen? Then we really would have been up there behind. Simply like, how you just not take Jalen Walker? He was sitting right there. So they took Jalen Walker, which was the best player available right there. And then they went and they still got their guy, something that Terry tried to do the year before with Latu after we got Michael Penix. Then also you think about it. If you like your guy this year, go get your guy this year because
Facts.
JPJ would still be a first rounder next year, regardless. Facts. And you don't know what's going to be next year. That guy next year that you possibly should have waited around for the first round pick possibly may not even be as good as the guy that you got this year. If you like the guy, take the guy. That's what they did. It's not like they took somebody who was trash.
Y'all crying, but we missed out on Michael Parsons. Y'all had something to say. We missed out on Jalen Carter. Y'all had something to say. Then we go get somebody that's probably going to produce. Then y'all still got something to say. So make up your mind.
Saying, bro, we got 2 bookends. What more do you want? And then, like, for folks talking about, oh my God, it's going to be about the draft pick, bro. We have been without a pass rush for longer than some of our children. You know what I'm saying? We've been without a pass rush for over 13 years, for real. Bro, come on now. At some point, we gotta do something when you have bookends on the board.
Facts.
Forget about the draft picks and all the other stupid stuff. Let's get some bookends and some different makers this year because we don't know about next year.
Yeah.
Like it's just so silly to me. Like, it's been silly from the beginning. And the media is pumping it up, and it's really BS. Terry had an excellent draft. He did what he had to do. We got bookends. We got difference makers. We got starters, something that we all said we needed coming into the draft. And Holmes said, check, check, check. What?
Yeah.
What else you want us to do? We want pass rush. We want to get the quarterback on the ground on a consistent basis. So for everybody who out there got a problem with the draft pick, whether you in the fan base, whether you're a part of the national media, you just need to chill. Because at the end of the day, I want to know, how would you feel if you went all this time without a pass rush? You went all this time without difference makers on the defense. Man, you can miss me with all of that. All of that. We did what we were supposed to do, y'all. That's what we did.
And cut the food. Appreciate the donations. Truly appreciate it. He said, "What will be the identity for this new reign of Falcons? Run more, pass more." That's a great question. But it's a pass heavy scheme because it's Zach Robinson. It's a Todd what his name? The Rams head coach Sean McVay. Right. He played up under him, so we know it's going to be aired out. But the thing about it, I think it'll be a little bit more of a balanced offense. And what I mean by that, you can see a lot of running early on, but it's going to open up the pass, and you can see Bijan with probably 5 touchdown reception this year. Kyle Pitts could probably get close to double digits. I just see this offense taking off because if y'all watched last year, under Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix, Zach Robinson grew in this offense as the season went on. Yeah, right. They gave up a lot of points. The only game that they did not play well on offense, to me, is the Denver game. That's it. They had chances in New Orleans. They had chances against Carolina. You saw them come back against Carolina. So, I mean, as he grew, as the season went on, his offense grew. So, I think it would be still more pass, but they will blend the run in, so it'll be a little bit more balanced than last year.
I'm gonna go the other direction, man. I think it's gonna be a little bit more run. I think we're gonna start off with the run because that has been our strength, and I think we're gonna try to still continue to make that a strength. Use Bijan. This is his 3rd year. I believe this is gonna be a breakout year for him. So I do think he's gonna get used just a little bit more. I can see Tyler, getting some more run because he needs it as well. So, using those 2 backs, to be able to wear them down, then all of a sudden, boom, hit them with the play action. And then you're going to have all those different receivers. I mean, we're going to be passing regardless, but I still think like the base is going to be the run.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Because still the offensive line is still out of strength of our team. Mm-hmm. So, it could still be run heavy, but I just think it'll be more pass because of Zach Robinson being the offensive coordinator, and that's what he thrives on. But you can see more run than last year because Bijan, don't forget, Bijan still had, 1,400 yards. So
that's what I'm saying. This is his 3rd year. He really, settled in now, really a veteran now, know how to take care of his body, pretty much know what the defense want to do to him and how they want to shut him down, so now it's time to counter that, use his abilities. Tyler, he's still, somebody that's a force that can come through and give you some quality yards. The 1-2 punch, man, you look at it outside of us, you look at Detroit as well. They have that 1-2 punch. And if you look at it with this draft class, with the running backs, a lot of teams tried to go get 1, 2, and even 3 punches as far as where the running back goes. So for us, it's already our strength. You already know we're running toward Lindstrom, running towards McGarry. That's a strength right there already. So I believe we're going to continue to do that. But we're definitely going to air it out more, especially with Michael Penix, because Zach Robinson can do more. And we only seen just a sample size of Michael Penix. And I believe that Michael Penix is going to show us some things that we haven't seen because there was still a leash on Michael Penix in that little sample size that we was getting. Now he get a full off season. Everybody get a full off season to work together.
Yeah, he's going to learn the entire playbook, not just a slew of plays. He's going to open up the whole playbook. He's going to know every play from front to back. Right. Brian Peoples, appreciate the donation, my brother. He said the offense is already built, time to build a defense. I'm happy we got 2 legit pass rushers, 2 good safeties. I'm with you, Chris. What more do y'all want? Absolutely correct.
I'm just saying, fam.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Brian, man.
Skip, absolutely. John Abraham. He said that every time he's on the show, bro. Man. Every time,
bro. That's been over, like I said, 13, 14 years ago, bro. I'm just saying, like, some of us have children that old. That's a long time, fam. That's a long time. Man. And we talking about draft picks.
Teenager.
And we talking about draft picks here. Like, bro, Boy,
Jason Roberts.
anything to talk about the Falcons, right? Anything to do.
Jason Roberts say, do you think Kobe can squeeze out that number 2 CB2 position by the end of the year?
Oh,
Man,
it's gonna be
boy.
tough. It's gonna be tough for him
Yeah,
because
that's gonna be
he
a little
doesn't.
tough there.
Because Kobe's ability would have to just outshine everybody, and also think about this: he has to leapfrog guys that got equity into the team. Guys like Mike Hughes, you know what I'm saying, with Jerry Gray, guys like D. Alford. I mean, my thing is people say things about D, but he had to get it out the mud too to get to where he was at. You know, he didn't just, come up out of nowhere. Oh God, come on, Brian.
Hey, Brian, I did too. I'm straight ball now.
Oh
So,
man.
yeah, so I'm with you,
I
bro.
wasn't expecting that one. I can't, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, but these guys though, man, he has a leapfrog a lot of guys though, honestly. And
Yeah.
I'm just saying to be by the end of the year, that's gonna be tough. But if he does it, then honestly, it just makes, what I'm saying, me being as high as on him as I've been, what I'm saying, valid, because I think the guy
And with his skill set, he can do it, man.
oh,
Absolutely, he can do it. But look, I'm telling y'all,
he's got
it
great
won't be
ball
easy.
skills, man. Like, some
Right.
football skills. He can locate the ball in the air while, I'm saying, filling out the receiver and turning his head. That is so important. That turning the head and being able to have fluidity in the hips. He has all that.
Hey, George Jesse, boy, I feel you, man, because my daughter, she'll be 24 in October, so yeah, she was a teenager
Oh
too.
man, see, that's what I'm saying.
She was 11.
See what I'm saying though? Look at this stuff. This is just how long it's been since we had a pass rush. You know what I'm saying? Fam Baby Good was in first grade. She just finished her second year in college.
That's a long time, bro. That's a long time.
And we talking
Jesus
about
Christ.
draft picks.
Man, oof. But yeah, man. Let's get to this last question. Oh man. Which rookie do you think makes the biggest immediate impact for us? That's an excellent question.
Walker.
Appreciate it, Huey.
I'm going Jalen Walker. Yes, of course, I'm going 15th overall pick, being able to come in, learn the playbook, learn the skill, master that edge rushing like Jeff Olbrich was talking about, coming in, being a difference maker week one within the first series of the offense, of the opposing team's offense, coming in, possibly getting a sack or making a difference, automatic impact. I'm going Jalen Bulldog Walker.
Man, that's an excellent pick. I don't think I can top that one. Yes, I can.
All right.
I'm going Xavier Watts. And as I told you during the draft, you talk about Jalen Walker and what he can do being versatile on the field. Xavier Watts has the same skill set. We talk about a guy that played wide receiver, so he knows how to read routes. You play linebacker, so he knows how to play downhill. He knows how to stop run gaps. So you talk about a safety that just has instinct that can play the zone. A guy that had 13 interceptions in 2 years. So he knows how to find the football. He knows how to force fumbles. So he's a guy that you keep your eye on. He said he wants to learn from Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates is the guy he models his game after. So if that's the case, Jesse Bates is going to make this kid a star. So I'm going to go with Xavier Watts.
I like it. I like it, Xavier Watts, man. Steal. That was a steal right there for the Falcons. And that's the thing about it is we're going to go get difference makers, ball hawks, guys that's going to turn the ball over, give the ball back to Michael Penix so he can continue to slice up defenses. I love it, bro. I love it. Uh-oh.
Boom said Keller School of Blind lost their accreditation last time. Y'all going to hell. I'm telling y'all going to hell. I ain't going with y'all. I ain't going.
I didn't read it.
Oh man. My boy Richie, what's up, my guy?
Rich.
He said, man, so the defense we have now, what type of scheme would you like to see?
Hey,
I would like to see a lot of zone blitz type schemes, like the Steelers run with, especially with the type athletes we have. If they run a Steelers type 3-4 defense with these type athletes, I think they could thrive. Because as we watch the Steelers over the years, their linebackers and their linemen drop back in coverage, while the defensive backs go for the quarterback. And I can see that working for the Falcons because two of the guys you just drafted in Watts and Bowman, both of those guys run 4.4s. And actually, I think Bowman runs a 4.3 if I'm not mistaken. And Jalen Walker, he's a guy that can get after the quarterback. James Pierce, a 3-4 zone blitz type scheme with these type players, it would be super nasty.
I'm going with the 4-2-5. Give me that.
I can see that.
Yeah, because I'm just saying this. I mean, for pretty much
Kerry,
everything. What's up, Kerry? And everything. But pretty much for everything that you just said, for every reason you just said, you know. See, Georgia, Texas boy, he on it too, man. See, 4-3-5. Man, you really can do all different type of things with these athletes if they coming in popping like they supposed to. It's really going to be a good problem to have. It's just like, man, it all depends on the opponent, on what their strengths is, and like, all right, this is how we're going to set our defense, and this is how we're going to defend this. We're taking this guy completely away. They're going to have to use this guy. We're going to have to drop this guy back in coverage. Man, it's going to be a great problem. I'm trying not to just get over the hill excited and let my fandom come out, but it's hard because the possibilities could be endless. Finally, for our Atlanta Falcons, and and again, I would like the 4-2-5. I think we have the athletes for it. You can also have.
But the thing is, with that 4-2-5, the only thing with the 4-2-5, who would start in middle linebacker opposite Jalen Walker? Would it be Caden Ellis?
No, it doesn't have to be. It may be Diablo, to be honest.
So what do you do then? If you use Jalen Walker and Diablo, do you put Kate Ellis on one edge and James Pierce on the other, or you start
For me, I want Caden Ellis coming after the quarterback anyway, because it seems like last year that was his best ability. So I want to maximize on that, and I want to continue to have him do that. He was doing that in New Orleans. So I want to really continue to build off of that strength and have him just go get him, because I believe he can do that. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind having some packages to where, yes, he's on the one side and Pierce is on the other.
Because this is a tough question, Justin, but I'm gonna be honest. I would rather have Watts, I think, because Watts plays better in the box. Malachi is more of a coverage type safety, sort of like a Jesse Bates. No, take that back. Sort of like Justin Simmons, who we had last year, more of a coverage guy. But you talk about a Watts, a guy that can play in the box. I don't think Malachi probably could do it, but just not as effectively.
Yeah, man, that's tough, man. You gonna make that's a tough question, Justin. Justin, what you on tonight, man? He been having some great questions for real.
Justin, a big supporter of the show, man. He always have great questions.
I still do like Malachi. I feel like if we would have drafted Malachi, it still would have been a great pick too. But honestly, he went to a absolutely great situation in Baltimore. So, so I'm happy for him, honestly. But, Watts being that multiverse, so type of player, got to play different positions. It's pretty much the blueprint of what the Falcons like of a type of a player, a guy who can do multiple things. You can put him multiple places. So he does fit the mold of that. More.
ATL Focus, that was my comparison when I heard he was going to play corner. When I saw that, because Brian Poole took over for Desmond Trufant, he moved from safety over to the second cornerback spot, and he played very well all the way up to the Super Bowl. So, I can see him having that type of effect. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good one right there. I'm with you.
You don't know who coming down and Walker and Ellis at linebacker. That's true. But that's a good problem to have.
That is a great thing to have. Seriously, though. And the thing about it, we possibly may see that as well. That's that we possibly may see that as well. Kerry said, I agree. Chris Ellis can get after the QB. I mean, he can, and he did. Said 2-1
or 3-0. I'm selling my tickets.
I'm selling all my tickets. Golly, she just want to come in with the chaos. That's what it is.
She go with that bullshit.
Like coming in with the chaos.
Cam, what's up, my guy?
Fam, how you doing? It said Bowman is like the honey badger, Brian. People saying.
Josh said he think Troy Anderson's gonna have a breakout year. He got to stay on the field.
He stay on the field. I'm with him. I ain't gonna lie to you. He stay on the field.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I mean, a lot of people don't talk about it, and I didn't see a lot of analysts talking about it. But Baltimore sneakily, other than the Falcons, they had the next two best picks. They got Starks and Green. They just revamped their defense.
Just saying.
Remember, they already got Olway and what's his name, the other kid that came in 2 years ago. So I mean, they just revamping. That's all they ever do.
Well, yep. Then we still do have Braylon Trice coming.
Appreciate you, RG. Thank you for dropping in, my brother. Yeah, the Ravens had an awesome draft, man.
Yeah, man,
I actually like Starks and Mike Green. I think those two, man. We talk about defensive rookie of the year for our team. They're gonna be candidates in Baltimore because they go to a system that fits them perfect. And think about who's playing on the other side of Malachi Starks. Hamilton.
And I ain't gonna lie,
6'5", man.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that guy. Gonna lie, it's a good football player, right there.
That dude is a freak of nature.
Yeah, man, he is. I ain't gonna lie.
And the bad part about it, his rookie season, you just thought he was gonna fall off the cliff and he was gonna be a bust. But he worked hard that offseason, and the very next season, he's a totally different person. He lined up all over the field. He lined up as a linebacker in the box. He lined up as a linebacker in the middle of the field. Safety, free safety, strong safety, single high safety. He just lined up everywhere. So he learned what he needed to learn, and I think that kid is gonna be a Pro Bowl talent.
Yeah, my god brother, man, he's a Ravens fan, huge Ravens fan. And he is really excited about how Hamilton and Starks will work together. He is really excited about that.
Boom, you a fool, man.
Said to our fellow Falcon fans, don't be like the baby mama who denies a willing father just to find the stepdaddy. We are having an excellent season.
Why we didn't take Mike Green? Probably because I'm gonna be honest, man. Justin, he was just James Pierce was just higher on their board. That's what it boiled down to. He had, let's be real, Mike Green had a freakish workout, but right. I just think James Pierce, because they probably watched him at the University of Tennessee for 2 years, they knew he was going to be, on their board. And when he fell down that far, it was a surprise to all of us because I had him going to Pittsburgh.
And we have to think about this too. I want to piggyback off of that because they invested a lot of time in James Pierce Jr. Right. They went. I'm talking about. Hey, Braves won. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Had to get one on those stinking Dodgers, man.
Yeah, go on, throw that bonnet on and go on to bed.
But yeah, man, James Pierce Jr. They invested a lot of time into him. They went to see him, see his family. So they talked to his coach. They talked to the college coaches. They went back to his high school coaches and talked to his high school coaches as well, because it was a whole thing about he had this attitude problem. He's kind of like a troublemaker. The Falcons wanted to find out about that because you already know we don't like distractions. So They found out about all that. They did a lot of work on him. I know they had plenty of dinner with him. They've been watching them. They even asked other head coaches about him. They asked Kirby Smart about him. They asked other coaches, about how they feel like about James Pierce Jr. and how they had to scheme against him. Everything. They did full homework on James Pierce Jr. and they just completely got, like googly eyed, and they loved the guy. So they was going to pick the guy.
Could you imagine having two players at number 15 that's high on your boy, one next to the other?
One A and one B.
And then a couple of down, he's still there, and you can move up the board to go get him.
It's a beautiful time.
That rarely happens.
Rarely happens. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time.
Craig, to be honest, Craig, Caleb McGarry had an excellent year last year. He was actually one of the top 3 highest rated right tackles in the league. So, I mean,
see, folks rag on him because of that Saints game, though. They say, "Oh, well, he's the guy that gave up the sack." But if you look at it, he tripped. He got tripped though at the same time too.
Yeah,
and then
but you got to think too, man.
He fell into his first sack.
Think about what he means to the run game, though. He's one of the best run blocking tackles in the league. Yeah, I clown him all the time about his footwork and struggling with speed rushing, but sometimes who doesn't? You look how big he is. He's 6'5", about 315, 320. He's a big dude. So his strength is run blocking. The Falcons' strength on offense, run the football. So he's there for what he's needed for. Yeah, like I said, he gives up sacks, but hey, he worked on it last year. He actually got better, believe it or not, than he did previous couple of years.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted Hamilton too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
That was
man.
one of my
Hamilton,
man.
we
Look,
knew he was going to be a player, and we knew that he wasn't going to be there for the Falcons.
yeah, Braden Trice coming back. I'm excited.
I
Like I
am
said,
too.
man, you talk about Dorless, you talk about Pierce, Bryce, all those guys, their senior or last year in college, led the entire nation in pass rush percentage, win rate. So you talk about guys that know how to get out to the quarterback. So if he's fully healed and he's gotten into that playbook, gotten into that film room to study, I think he'll be just fine. And we'll see early on in preseason how far he's come. And I think, he did not play the latter part of last year, but I think his knee was, I would say by the season end, about 85, 90%, because it wasn't a real bad tear. It was just enough to keep him, sidelined.
Yep, that's true. And I ain't gonna lie, Brandon
What you
Trice,
made
he
on
had
did
some of
now?
the best. Braylon Trice, he had some of the best pass win rates before he went down too. Yeah, I know it's just a few plays, few games, but at the end of the day, I think if he has that knee together, he will be fine, and he's gonna come in and make a difference. Yep,
And
and
see,
he
this is
had
this is
the
this is this is another thing, CJ. One thing about it, when you got a quarterback that can get the ball out quick, all that pass rush problem, all that go away. See,
right.
when you had Ritter, Heineke, and Mariota and those guys, these are the reason why Caleb McGarry looked bad on that side because they were going straight to his side. Remember
Right.
when he hit that breakdance in Carolina? That was to McGarry's side. So yeah,
They doing that
sometimes it's all
through the
about
ball.
how fast the quarterback can get the ball out of his hand, man.
Can't be back there burping the baby. Can't be back there burping the baby, man. Say, what do you think
Absolutely, he'll
about
have a bigger role. I think he'll be a starter this year.
absolutely,
He would have
especially with
played more
Grady
last
gone?
year. Yeah, especially with Grady going, especially. But had he not got hurt last year, he would probably have more snaps. Um, when he went down with I think it was a shoulder injury, if I'm not mistaken, shoulder or ankle, one or the other,
Ankle.
ankle injury. So
Yeah, he
when
had
he
an
went down with
ankle.
that ankle injury, that was playing time he lost. So yeah, he's had a whole off season to work on, and just, don't forget, this kid is an athletic freak. You remember when we was at the meet and greet and we were watching the Baltimore preseason game? He jacked the center up all the way into the quarterback.
He did.
That's something that's some Reggie White type stuff.
Sometimes
So
like he's strong because you gotta think about it. Rook hasn't been playing football his whole life either. He picked it up like
yeah,
ninth, 10th
11th
grade.
grade, 11th
That's what I'm
grade.
saying. Yeah, so
Yep.
that's what I'm saying. Like he's also a guy who's still learning how to play football, but the brute strength is there, the intelligence is there, the ability is possibly there, and that's what we're going to see.
And I'm gonna tell you who Root remind me of, and I'm an old school guy.
Oh,
Y'all probably ain't old enough to remember, but Dexter Manley, the guy that got in trouble all the time for the Washington Redskins back in the day.
mm,
That dude, man, he was strong as an ox. He can throw a right tackle all the way over to the left guard. He was so strong.
whew. Yeah,
And there was
that's
another
terror.
guy playing for the Falcons and the Saints named Jumpy Gathers. He was strong like that.
Yep,
He
jumpy
put
gap.
that forklift on you, you threw. Ain't nothing you can do.
But yep.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, yeah, you ain't lying about that one, man. Say Ali is the X factor. That man knows ball. Absolutely,
absolutely.
CJ. When we
And
had
y'all
got him,
got
remember when we had first got him? That's who I was excited about. I was like, oh man, we got Ali though, because he has improved the defensive line everywhere
and
he's went.
remember Ali being in Indianapolis. Remember Ali being in Indianapolis. They had 5 to 6 people with 6 or 7 or more sacks. 6 or more sacks. They had like 6 or 7 people with 6 or more sacks. And this is how they succeeded. And that's what I mean by the Falcons. If you can have these guys produce 6 to 7 sacks with the rotation that we have, I think we can reach 50 sacks this year. But it's a process. CJ said remind him of Matabuke from Baltimore. I can see that.
I can see
I can
that.
absolutely see it.
Yeah, yeah. Especially with him putting on some pounds like that. We'll see what he
Yeah,
looks
granddad, he had a problem, man. I'm not gonna lie.
like.
That's
He
why he
said he was so
wasted talent, man. Wasted talent. Yeah, he went to the Cardinals, and that was it.
dang.
Rook is country strong, like a Dexter Manley, Reggie White, like a Jumpy Gathers. Absolutely.
Yep.
So Tony Wright, my age. So Tony Wright know exactly what I'm talking about.
Wonderfully said, Tony. Yes, thank you for the super chat. Hey
Thank you
man,
for the
thank
super
everybody
chat, my
for the
brother.
super chats.
Thank you
Thank
for the super
everybody.
chat, man. Y'all showed out tonight, man. I appreciate y'all.
We got
Appreciate
all the
y'all,
questions
man. But
answered, man.
I think we did, man. I think that was the
Okay.
last one. Yep, that was the last one. Last one.
Okay. Cool.
So
I'll
we
make sure
reached
we got
our
all the
hour
questions.
limit. Appreciate
Right.
you coming through, man. Always supporting the show. That's my moderator, man. She always doing her thing. She gonna keep y'all in line when y'all try to get out of line. So when the season start and y'all see that name pop in the box, just be aware what y'all say, cause y'all will get in trouble. I'm just warning y'all ahead of time. Skip,
Thank
appreciate it, my dog. Thank you for coming through. And thank everybody for coming through, man. We truly appreciate it. We got 319 eyes on us right now, man. If you haven't, please go to the Smitty Sports Machine, press the subscribe button, press the notification bell, go to A1 Forever, press the subscribe button, the notification bell. He just hit 4,400. So
Yeah,
help
man.
him keep going
That's
because he doing his thing, man. He doing his thing.
the first one gonna be in timeout.
She sound like an old ass mean gym teacher.
hmm Hey man. If you're just getting here, man, you already know. Just rewind it from the beginning, man. It's a great
Yeah,
show. We
rewind
got
it
some
from the
great
beginning, man.
panel,
Any
great
question y'all
questions.
have, I think we probably answered it already. Yep, that's the joy of joy. Yeah, that's the joy. That's joy. Yep,
hmm
absolutely. Yep. But man, before we get out of here, man, we answered y'all question, gave y'all Q&A. Like I said, I would start doing more of this. And like I said, me and Chris gonna try to do more pop-up shows,
Right.
maybe at nighttime, middle of the day. You just never know.
Never
Whenever we
know.
get a thought run through our head, man, we just gonna pop out and throw it out there. But
Gonna
before
go,
we get
man.
out of here, man, please tell everybody where to find you.
Hey man, A1 Forever Sports. That is the platform on YouTube. Like Smitty said, just crossed the 4,400 mark. And hey man, just continue to grow that channel. So that's my baby right there. A1 Forever. Be generational because it's always time to be, and don't you settle for less because you always can have more with the vision. Also catch your boy on the Hawks Digest as well. Um, if I'm not mistaken, we just crossed 1,400 over there. So, saying thank you guys for if you're already, subscribed to Hawks Digest as well. Thank you so much for that. A lot of Hawks news coming out, a lot of trade rumors. Anything that you can think of is over there at Hawks Digest for sure. Twitter, A1 Forever, Instagram, A1 Forever, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Hey, man, all I got to say is God is good, and I'm just happy to be able to do this. And thank you guys because that's who we do it for. You guys are the lifeline to our stream, so we thank you guys. Not
Absolutely.
Miss Charlene.
Good shout out to Miss Charlene, man. Like I told you, Miss Charlene been following me since I had 48 subscribers. So Miss Charlene been there since day one. Shout out to her, man. She's been supporting me for a very long time. And shout out to Auntie Joy, man. She's been doing the same, man. She give me ideas too. Just like y'all, she give me ideas. Shoot me a text or somewhere on Twitter, say, hey man, look at this. Comes
Mm-hmm.
right out the top of the dome. So appreciate y'all for always giving me content. When I, run out of content, it's hard to run out of it, but you got to stay up to date.
Facts. What's up,
Tell
T
me,
Will?
what's up?
What it do, family? Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, man, start this thing from the beginning. It was a good show, man. The chat had some great
I don't want to
questions.
be referenced to as a goat.
Oh no. I ain't done enough yet. I haven't
No,
done enough at all to be called
this is
that.
not no billy goat because they eat grass.
Look at your ass.
That's the link to Chris channel, man. Y'all please go hit that
Oh,
subscribe button to help my boy keep growing his channel. Appreciate the super chat, my boy
all right,
Archangel,
what
man.
it
Got
do?
to meet him in person at the meet and greet.
Yeah,
Very
man.
chill dude, man.
Man,
Very
right
chill
there.
dude. Appreciate you coming through, man. Long time support as well. Cheesecake, you got to pay for the blue check, man. You got to go Twitter and you got to go to Twitter and pay the $8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mr.
man.
Moody, what's good? What's good?
What's good, Moody? How you feeling, fam?
Kibu Harris said, what's good, Smitty? Going to the game. Would love to meet you, supporting you since 2020. Kibu, I
Woo!
appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you.
That's what I'm talking
Appreciate
about.
you. That's what I'm talking about, man. Real supporters.
Smitty been in the game,
I've been in the
baby.
game for a minute, man. Minute. But yeah, man, y'all can find me on Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube, man. Find me on Twitter at fatboyslim_21. You see it right there on the screen. That's the Smooth Smitty. That's where you find me on Twitter. Find me on the NFC South Roundtable during the regular season. As my boys TJ, James, and Clay, we give y'all our thoughts on the NFC South for the week. We give y'all a review, we give y'all a preview, and we give y'all predictions. So please check us out during the regular season. Should be a meet and greet in the upcoming months.
That part.
Yeah, we'll be probably working on it, man.
Y'all. We got to get together.
Sure,
rise up, content creators.
We had a blast, even though Chris was picking it because I had my chicken wings in my hand.
Bro, that joke was hilarious.
Oh man,
that was too through.
Yeah, man, but it was a great time, man. Great time. But yeah, man, we've had a great run, and yeah, you were there too. You were cutting up too. But
no, it was fun, man.
But yeah, it was fun, man. Meet and greet, man. Y'all definitely got to come out. And every year it gets bigger and bigger because 2 years ago when Berto was here, it was a nice size. Then last year it was bigger than that. So this year we're gonna try to make it the biggest one yet. So
facts.
Granddad's got a question before we leave. Any chance to get any interviews from NLD's 2025 Falcon draft picks? I'm gonna try. I've been trying already. I do have Steve Weiss coming on soon. I've been talking to him, so he'll be on soon. He'll give y'all some draft, some insight. But yeah, Granddad, I'm gonna work on try to get a Falcon player. I almost had D offer last year, but it didn't work out. But we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, Kobe Bryant.
Hey, I might just reach out. Bryant. Appreciate you.
Like somebody can clip that and send it to him. I don't care. Kobe Bryant, come on over. Let's have a conversation, man. Let's talk about some things. Kobe Bryant.
Facts.
Nick Nash.
Well, we don't have enough Chris bullshit for tonight. We're gonna go and sign off. We're gonna go and sign off. We thank y'all for coming through, man. Thank y'all for the questions again. And we're gonna holler at y'all soon. If don't forget, we dropping videos daily, so please continue to check out our channels. Hit those like button because that helps the algorithm, help us get our videos numbers up, get us through the YouTube universe, and help us succeed. But again, thank y'all for coming through. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, and have a blessed week. We're gonna holler at y'all soon.
Peace.